When you heard your name called and you were going to the Jazz, what first came across your mind?
I was so happy. Jazz was one of the teams I was kind of secretly hoping when they came around I'd get picked up.
Grayson Allen.
Just because when I went there for my workout, I loved the city. I love watching them play this year. I think they play basketball the right way. Extremely well coached, and they're going up. They're ascending. They're becoming better as a team. Donovan obviously had an incredible rookie year, and things are only going up. So I'm extremely excited to be a part of the Jazz now.
Shaking the commissioner's hand.
What's with the hug with Donovan Mitchell? I don't think I've ever seen a star of one team at the draft giving the draft pick a hug like that.
Oh man, I don't know. It felt really good to get that warm of a welcome from a guy who's the leading scorer of the team, and to get that right away. Right after I hear my name called. I know Donovan from competing against him at Louisville. We have that mutual respect of competitors, and I've loved his game, and he's been a fan of my game, and I got to talk to him a little bit when I was out in California working out for the draft, for pre-draft workouts. And so we've kind of gotten to know each other better, so I'm excited. He was happy. I'm very happy.
Seems like you two could be pretty good teammates in the backcourt there.
Definitely. I want to come in and try to help as much as I can right away, in any way that I can right away. I think we'll play well together. I think the chemistry will be easy. He really wants to win. He's a great competitor. Like I said, we had great matchups when he was at Louisville. He's a guy who, when you're going up against him, the night before you think about it, you're going in for a fight. You're going up against a guy who's not going to give in. You go at him, he's coming right back at you, and so I'm excited to play alongside a guy like that.
Now, we've watched you play at Duke over the last few years, but what can you tell Jazz fans that you can bring to this team to help them get past the second round?
Well, first of all, Jazz fans are an extremely passionate group. I saw that from watching them this year, and I know that they have great fan base there, and I bring passion to the game. I play with passion, I play with intensity, I play with competitiveness. And that's one thing that's going to come right away. That's going to translate right away. I'll figure things out on the court, but immediately with offense, I can help with shooting. I have a basketball IQ from playing under Coach K for 4 years, where I know how to move the ball, I know what the right play is, and I'm looking forward to studying film even more and learning more about the NBA game and the Jazz system and the right play to make. And then on the defensive end, I'm an athlete who's going to compete on the defensive end, and I'm looking to make an impact there as well. Getting hands on balls in passing lanes, being active, and as a guard, you have to be able to come over and make a stand at the rim too. And I think I can do that as well, whether it's giving up my body to take a charge, or coming over late and trying to meet a guy up at the rim or up above the rim. And I'm really looking forward to just getting out there and expanding and doing a bunch of different things. And whatever Coach Snyder asks of me is what I'm going to get out there and do.
You mentioned you're a passionate and fiery guy. Sometimes that's gotten you into trouble, but can you imagine being on the floor at the same time as Jay Crowder, who's got that same fire and passion? There may not be much left of the opponent with you two on at the same time.
Oh, look out! Crowder getting into it with Carmelo Anthony.
No, it's going to be a lot of fun. You're playing with the Jazz have a bunch of guys like that, and those are guys you want on your team. You don't like to play against them, but you want to play with those kind of guys. And when you're playing alongside another guy like that, it makes it even more intense. When you look across and you look at your teammate, and he wants it as bad as you do. And so I want to go up there. I need to prove to the guys that are already on the team that I want it as bad as they do, that I'm as passionate as they are, and go from there and earn their trust and go from there.
Speaking of the fire and passion, you've had some incidents on the court, not last year. I'm sure you've been asked about this a bazillion times during your workouts with the teams. What can you tell Jazz fans to let them know that, yeah, you did have some maybe unsportsmanlike things happen, but that's over with now?
Yeah, well, I actually didn't get asked about it that much. Teams ran over it very quickly, and they do their homework. They talk to people I've played with. They've talked to my coaches. They talk to people that have been around me on and off the court. And they figure out who I am. And so in an interview, we go over it quickly, and then they're on to trying to learn about my personality and who I am. But those are incidents I made as a 19 and 20-year-old college kid. This my past year, my senior year as the leader of the team. I've grown in maturity. I've learned how to play with that competitive fire and keep my emotions in check. And I'm excited to show Jazz fans how passionate I am out there on the court. And get to work and continue to use that competitive fire. Everyone goes through growth in college, and mine was just very public. And I admit the mistakes. I look back and know their mistakes. I know that I need to improve on that. You got to do some self-examination and look at yourself and look at what you need to improve on. And I've done that. I know it's something I continue to work on, but got to keep the competitive fire.
And everything we've heard is that you are the guy that everybody wants to have as a teammate. Why do they say that, and how's that going to translate to the NBA on the Jazz?
I think it's because guys that I play with, they know when I put on that jersey and step out there, I'm willing to do anything for the team to win, run through a brick wall. The cliche expression of run through a brick wall, that's me. I want to get out there and win. And, I think the image around someone who has had mistakes and has let their emotions get control of them is that there's a selfish brand around that, and I've never wanted to be associated with being selfish. I've always tried to be selfless with my teammates, do whatever the coach is asking me to fit the need of the team, do whatever the coach is asking of my role that'll fit best along the team, and I just plan to do the same exact thing as I join the Jazz, do whatever role I need to fit with the team, try to complement the guys I'm playing with while being aggressive.
And you're going to have some familiarity because Quinn Snyder, former Duke player, learned under Krzyzewski, kind of as a Krzyzewski clone, so you're going to be quite familiar with who you're going to be coached by.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to building a relationship with Coach Snyder. We have that Duke connection, so I'm looking forward to keeping that going and learning a lot from him. I get to learn from a great basketball mind in Coach K, and then someone who's learned under him and has had success in the NBA and is a great coach in the NBA. So I've been fortunate to have great coaches, so I'm looking forward to keep that going with the Jazz.